Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title, today's video is going to be about GFRIEND's strengths and weaknesses. I know I kind of ditched this video series for a while, but I've decided to revive it in honor of GFRIEND releasing their first full Japanese album soon. Disclaimer, I've said this in my other strengths and weaknesses videos, but I'll say this again. These are just my opinions, and I am in no way trying to hate on GFRIEND. I am actually a buddy and they are one of my favorite groups. These are just things that I think they are doing well, and things I think they could improve on. So 1. Strengths. So 1 is one of the best dancers in the group, and in any other group I think she would be a lead dancer. Her live vocals are some of the most stable in the whole group, and despite the fact that seulrene is the tallest member of GFRIEND, she doesn't look awkward when she dances. A lot of taller idols, especially female idols, can come off looking as though they don't have control of their limbs. This is not the case with So 1, and though she isn't a part of the dance line, I would argue that she should be a part of it. Weaknesses. In my opinion, So 1 is one of the weakest vocalists in GFRIEND. She lacks range and an interesting vocal color. So 1 is by no means a bad vocalist, but I personally don't find her voice very interesting. Yerin. Strengths. Yerin easily has the best stage presence in GFRIEND. She's the most interesting member to watch during their performances, and she looks engaged without going overboard. Yerin also has a very good voice despite not being in the vocal line, and I wish more of their songs showcased the potential she has. Weaknesses. At times, it looks like Yerin rushes through the choreography. Her overall execution is good, but some of her movements are rushed and could be sharper. Yoonha. Strengths. Yoonha is an amazing vocalist, especially considering that she trained for less than 2 years. Her voice is the most versatile in GFRIEND, and she would probably be the main vocalist if Yuju wasn't in the group. It's a shame she's almost never mentioned in conversations about great female vocalists in K-pop. Weaknesses. In my opinion, she is the weakest dancer in GFRIEND. She's not by any means a bad dancer, but in comparison to sinb or Yerin, she stands out. Yoonha also lacks stage presence at times, and her facial features can come off as very stiff and robotic. Yuju. Strengths. Yuju is most definitely one of the best female vocalists out there right now. She's a true powerhouse vocalist and she's never ever delivered a disappointing performance in terms of her singing. I would absolutely love to see more solo work from her, and I really want to hear her sing a ballad. She also has the best stage presence in the group behind Yerin. Weaknesses. Honestly none. While there's always room for improvement in everyone, there's nothing Yuju does performance-wise that I would call a weakness. sinb. Strengths. She's easily one of the best female dancers in K-pop, and I don't understand why she isn't mentioned more often in the conversation about best female dancer. She's an incredible dancer and she isn't talked about nearly as much as she should be. She also has an amazing voice and I feel like she doesn't get the chance to showcase it properly. In any other group she would be a lead vocalist for sure. Weaknesses. Like Yoonha, sinb lacks stage presence at times. I feel like she pulls off more mature concepts better, as her stage presence was a lot better during the Fever era. Strengths. is definitely the member that has improved the most since debut. She's a solid dancer and she pulls off a more neutral looking stage presence without looking bored or stiff. Overall she's a talented idol, and the hate she gets for being quote unquote untalented is based off of literally nothing. Weaknesses. Umji's voice is unique, and her voice often clashes with some of the songs GFRIEND perform. She's not a bad singer, but her voice tends to stick out in their songs. Overall group. Strengths. They are all amazing dancers and they have some of the best choreography among current girl groups. I would even go as far to say they are the best girl group in terms of dance. They are all solid vocalists live and one of the few girl groups who still give live performances. sinb is one of the best female dancers, and Yuju and Yoonha are easily some of the best female vocalists in K-pop. They have so much potential for what they can do both musically, concept-wise, and performance-wise, and they are one of the most talented groups out there right now. Weaknesses. Though I love GFRIEND, I have to admit that their company tends to run things into the ground with them. Some of their title tracks and concepts are just too similar to each other. This clearly isn't GFRIEND's fault, and I feel that they are a group that could pull off a variety of concepts well. This isn't to say that I think GFRIEND should change their concept. because it clearly works for them and they pull it off well. But their company makes the mistake of trying too hard to maintain a certain look, sound, and concept for them. And although this isn't a weakness, I don't know why Umji and So1 have rapping positions as they almost never rap. GFRIEND clearly don't need a rap line and the main and lead rapper positions serve almost no purpose. So that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please remember that everything I say is subjective and that I am not trying to hate on GFRIEND at all. I'll see you in my next video. Love you all. Bye.